Ladies and gentlemen, we got some spicy stuff in Dragon Ball Legends. The game is getting kind of wild, not gonna lie. It's Legends Festival, man, I don't even know what to say, man. It's looking more and more likely like they're gonna probably drop Legends Festival early. I'll cover that. I'll also cover what probably brought you here. I probably put it somewhere in the title and thumbnail, talking about a Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta coming out soon. I'll talk about that. It's all tied into the events and everything we just got in the game to try and help explain where we're going with the game. Because normally the events and equips and basically everything they add to the game is kind of leading down a path towards our eventual, big new unit, the new LF or Ultra, whatever, whichever one is up at the time. So let's get right on into it. We had our big maintenance in Dragon Ball Legends. They went ahead and did that super long maintenance. The game is back now. And with it, some new things for us to do. They went and added full power battle, which if you want more Z power for your Super 17, go ahead and play it. You don't have to play the full power battle, get that though. The only reason I guess you'd really need to play the full power battle is if you want the slot removers that come alongside by playing full power battle. So you can do that, but it is against GT Kid Goku. GT. Keep that in mind. The other new thing we got is the Battle Gauntlet for Zenkai Pan. Yes, the old ancient blue pan that's been a meme for forever finally got Zenkai'd, if you didn't hear. I mean, it's really not that big of a deal. It's not like she's changing the game in any way, shape, or form. If we just click in here on Pan, you can see that her Zenkai ability is for Blue Sun Fam to begin with. So, like, it's not even that great. I'm sure you've probably already watched showcases on her. Pan's not changing the whole, history of the game here with her Zenkai. But to be fair, most every Zenkai that isn't an LF unit isn't really useful. There are exceptions. Sometimes there's a sparking Zenkai that comes along at this stage that, can do something here or there to help out your team. For the most part, though, they're meant to sit on the bench and buff the team. However, Pan doesn't even buff GT. She buffs Blue Sun Fam. So if you're a GT main, this is pretty useless to you. I mean, it's pretty useless all around because you don't really want Pan on your bench because of how just awful, how poopy her Z ability is. Plus 28 to strike attack only. Like, she has one of the original Z abilities, where it doesn't have multiple categories. It's not like strike attack and defense. It's just all around not good. I wish they updated Z abilities when they gave people Zenkais, but they don't. So Pan's not great. There's only even one Blue Sun Fam unit for GT, and that is Super Saiyan 3 Goku. So you can, if you're running GT, you can buff him with Pan, but otherwise I guess she just buffs the other blue Gokus in the game. But really, this is not that exciting. The only reason you're excited about this as a GT fan is because it's obviously hinting and pointing us towards a new GT unit coming along, which will presumably be an LF. Maybe they'll drop, some Sparkings too, but then there will be an LF in there, and that's what GT fans are looking forward to. That's why the Pan would be exciting. The other piece of very interesting information about GT is they dropped a new equipment awakening. They dropped one for You've Gone Too Far. You can see this is the stuff, the slots for the new awakened You've Gone Too Far. Special move damage, key recovery, strike defense, and then strike attack. And it is for GT. All GT units can use this, so go out and get that if you want that for your GT units. But again, another new GT thing. Adding in all of that alongside the Super 17 we just got. It's GT time, baby. GT fans, eat your heart out. You're finally going to get something. And I think it's going to actually be something very sick. Here we go. This is where things get really spicy, because if we head into the summons, you'll see, we have Ultra Broly. He's been there. You scroll down, though, and, man, what's that? That's Ultra Vegito. Ultra Super Vegito is back. Yes, Ultra Super Vegito's banner is back, which I'll quickly say. Don't summon on it unless you run, like, you're a Fusions main, or you really love Vegito, like myself. I did one rotation. I happened to pull one more copy of Vegito. That's all I'm going to do on it right now. I only need one more copy for Max anyway. I don't have an ACC anyway, so. But I was lucky enough to get one. If you do summon, I wish you the best of luck. But if otherwise, this is bait. If you don't have Vegito, or you don't really run Fusions, don't bother summoning for this. I know, ooh, shiny, it's a Vegito Ultra. Don't save your CC. Legends Festival is like right here, basically. We're like right at Legends Festival. So save your CC for something that actually helps your teams. That's what I would recommend. But this is very interesting because, man, what's Vegito? Vegito is a fusion unit. Yes, Vegito is a fusion unit. And what other fusion units did they just add back to the store? Let's click Zenkai. Oh, that's a fusion Zenkai Awakening they added back to the shop with Super Gogeta. And then, look at that. Another fusion Zenkai added back into the shop. Yeah, so this is very, very interesting because a lot of the time, what Zenkais they add back to the shop kind of tie into who we're going to end up getting. And adding 2 fusions alongside adding back a super bait banner in Ultra Super Vegito, who is a fusions, and the fact that this banner is just bait to begin with because they love dropping these Ultra banners before they kick off a, kick before anniversary or before something big happens. And as we all know, they had the reveals and stuff is coming up, and it's supposed to be super big information coming out, which I want to talk about. So let's quickly go over to Twitter. Okay, so we're over here on Twitter now, and as you can see here, this was stuff data mined from the game last night when they did the update. I didn't mention this, but there's a sale going on in the CC store if you want to buy some CC. But the important thing here is they added these 2 countdown art pieces. We have Shallot and Vegeta, and then the other one, there's a big announcement in one day. This will come out, obviously, the day before reveals and stuff, which, if you've forgotten, is on the 18th. Today is the 12th that I'm recording this, so less than a week until we have the 18th, which I will be live, reacting to the reveals and stuff when it happens over here on my YouTube channel. So make sure you stop by when that happens. But big announcement, and once again, who do we see? Shallot. And actually, if you remember back, I'll bring it up here just to show you, but if you remember back to what I showed you all in, I believe it was my last video, I talked about the countdown missions here for there's a big announcement coming soon, countdown missions, where we're getting these countdown medals, and they have these certain requirements, use Cell Saga, Future Trunks. They've been having this for a whole bunch of different characters, thus far, and every few days we get a new set. But on the last set, which we'll be getting on the 14th, so we're about to see it in a few days, but it's already in the game files, obviously, so that's how we know this. And you can see here that we have to win using Shallot. Well, adding this alongside Shallot appearing here, I would think it's very correct to assume we're probably going to be getting something Shallot related. The 2 big ideas floating around out there are, of course, that Shallot will be getting a new form, which the fact that there's a whole lot of GT stuff going on right now certainly makes it interesting that maybe Shallot will go Super Saiyan 4 and not Super Saiyan Blue, or maybe he'll go Super Saiyan Blue and it just happens that GT is also getting stuff right now. Both could be the case. I guess we'll find out. Or the other idea is that we get some sort of Shallot Giblet fusion because, they learned or they saw Trunks and Gotenks do the fusion dance and all that in the story, so that is an idea that maybe they'll give us a fusion unit with Shallot and Giblet, which that could actually make a whole lot of sense with them. Like, I guess it would be a new fusion unit. How good it is, I don't know. Assuming it would be free, I assume that would be a free to play unit. But who knows how good it would be? That would kind of make sense with the other stuff we've gotten in the game. As I just mentioned, the 2 fusions being added back to the Zenkai shop. But again, who knows? That's that's hard to predict. It's hard to predict what's going to happen there. But something with Shallot seems likely to happen. So let's hop back on the Legends now real quick. So back on Legends now, we have I guess it's not a new banner, but it's brought back the Bait Ultrarizing Fusion banner. We got a Zenkai Japan GT. We got a new full power battle dealing with GT for a free-to-play GT unit we just got. We got an Awakened Quip for GT. Then we got the Zenkai banners returning for 2 fusion units in the transforming Super Gogeta and then the just red Super Gogeta. So what has been a big idea going around for GT's next LF? Well, it's none other than a Super Saiyan 4 Goku and Vegeta tag unit that revives into Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. Since, of course, we already have LF Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, it wouldn't make sense for them to make another one. They could, in fact, make a Spirit Bomb Goku for GTLF. That would be cool, too. That's another thing that definitely could happen. But just because there's fusions here, it, makes you think. And we already have LF Gogeta normally. Tag unit Goku and Vegeta has been mentioned a lot, but tag unit revival, it could be the introduction of a new type of unit. The only reason I say revival is because if it's a tag unit of Goku and Vegeta, as you've seen with all the other tag units, you know, the Goku and Vegeta, Android 17 and 18, Grunks, Gohan and Trunks, you click their main ability to swap them. Unlike other units where you click the main ability to draw an ultimate or to transform, you have to click to swap. So the only 2 ways I can really think of, well, I guess 3 ways that I could think of that they could make a tag unit that then fuses together, because that's been a big talked about idea. It'd be really cool to have, you know, the 2 characters and then they fuse into their fusion that they're supposed to fuse into. The only ways I can think of that working are if they die and upon their revival they fuse together into Gogeta, or you could have it so after a certain amount of timer counts they just fuse together, but that doesn't make as much sense. I feel like revival would make more sense because then you can have a little cinematic in their revival that shows them fusing and is cool and all of that. And then the other one would just be they can only swap, you know, so many times, and then after you switch between them like 4 times or something, then they just fuse together and transform. But I think revival makes the most sense of how that would work. It'd just be the coolest way as well. And again, as I mentioned, we already have this beautiful, beautiful man. So I think a revival tag unit would make the most sense. Now, of course, they could just end up dropping tag Goku and Vegeta. Hey, I know a lot of people would be happy about that. Super Saiyan 4s, of course. That would make sense alongside the Pan buffing Sun Family, because, of course, she doesn't buff GT, as I mentioned earlier on. She buffs Sun Family. And so if you drop a new Goku, even if he's part of a tag, he's gonna be Sun Family. So if it's just a tag Goku and Vegeta Super Saiyan 4 that buffs Sun Family, that would make sense for Pan getting this Zenkai ability. If it's a tag that then fuses together, again, Goku's in there at some point, so it has Sun Family, and so it ends up working out and making sense. Now, if they do just drop a Spirit Bomb GT Goku, that'd be sick as well. Also, he's a Goku, so he's Sun Family, so works out that way. But let me know your thoughts. I mean, with the fact that we have a Ultra Banner dropping, or like as bait right now, because obviously we have Broly out, but this dropping as bait and going away, it leaves in 5 days. So what? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, it goes away right when we're like getting our reveals and stuff, and we're getting that new week of content. I think Legends Festival might be coming early, guys. I think that might be the big announcement. This is obviously bait for Legends Festival. Like, so I bet a bunch of people are summoning on this. I summoned on it. And so, you know, they're going to have less CC. Then you drop Legends Festival. Makes people want to spend money. Legends loves having you spend money. But, yeah. Kick it off. Have Legends Festival follow the format of Anniversary, which I think a lot of people have said it's going to. I know that doesn't make a lot of people happy, but Anniversary made them a lot of money. And so I could see them definitely doing the format again. They kick off Legends Festival here with our big reveals and stuff. We get something for Shallot, a new transformation or a fusion. Then we end up getting our new LFGT unit, whatever it ends up being, whether it's a tag revival that fuses, or just Spirit Bomb Goku, or if they pick something else entirely, that's possible as well. So that could definitely happen. And then they do it just like Anniversary, where they started with MUI. Here we're starting with whatever GT unit they drop. Then on, you know, Black Friday, they end up dropping our next new unit, just like how they dropped Super Saiyan 3 Goku. It'll be another LF. And then for Christmas, we get our Ultra unit, just like how we got Ultra Gogeta for last Christmas. I'm sure we'll get an Ultra. And then just like Anniversary, it ended with Ultra Super Vegito. Ends Legends Festival with an Ultra, whoever it ends up being, whether it's a tournament, a power related thing, something completely different. Beast Gohan, I don't think it's gonna be, but if it is, whatever it ends up being, I think we could see that format happening here, ladies and gentlemen. So again, let me know all your thoughts on everything I discussed in the comments down below. Love hearing your guys' thoughts and opinions, because you guys bring things to my mind that I didn't even think of, and so I love to have that. Always like to hear different perspectives. So let me know in the comments your thoughts. But if you enjoyed the video, make sure you leave a like, subscribe if you're new. Don't forget that bell if you want notifications for every time I post a video. Go follow me over on my Twitch. I live stream quite frequently, almost every day. So would love to see you guys over there. And yeah, I hope y'all are staying happy and healthy, having the best of days. Don't forget, I'm going live for reveals and stuff next Tuesday, so I hope to see you all there bright and early in the morning. So much fun. But yeah, I hope y'all are staying happy and healthy. I'll catch y'all tomorrow.